Welcome, everyone. This is episode 2 of the StillBlue video podcast. I hope everyone's doing well and got in some time with family and friends and hopefully spending some time in your home theater. So yes, let's go ahead and get started in this episode. I mentioned some potential upgrades that I had in mind for 2023 and how I plan to prioritize that list. I recently had to reshuffle that list and a new preprocessor is now at the very top, because a few days ago I started my home theater system and I got no picture. Long story short, I discovered the HDMI output that I was plugged into was no longer working. Audio output was just fine, but no video. I was able to switch to another port and I did get video, so it's not a major issue. Unfortunately, my warranty has expired with Denon. I still plan to call them and see if they can do anything for me, but I'm very likely going to move on. I've been researching preprocessors and AVRs for a while now, and it seems like the Anthem AVM70 may be the right fit for me. So that's likely going to be my first upgrade in 2023. Next, I wanted to share some of my recent watches in my home theater, just letting you guys know what I've been watching and my quick thoughts on those shows and movies. So first up is Halo on 4K Blu-ray. I only saw the first episode, but so far so good. The video quality is fantastic, the audio is good, and story-wise, I'm into it. The Incredible Hulk on 4K Blu-ray. The last time I saw this movie was near the time it came out in theaters. In total, I may have only seen it twice in its entirety. It's much better than I remember. Seeing it in my home theater may have had something to do with that, but yeah, I enjoyed the experience. I wasn't especially impressed, though, with the video quality. It looked a little soft and a little muted. It's not horrible, just not something I'd use to show off my home theater. It has a DTSX audio mix, and that is pretty good. Wednesday on Netflix. I anticipated this being a good watch, and it really was. Very good story, super quirky, lots of fun, and likable characters. Video and audio are good. It's a well-done show, and I definitely recommend it. Bullet Train on Netflix. I didn't think this would be a good movie, but it is. It's silly, it's over the top, but it's very entertaining. I liked it so much that I'll probably get it on 4K Blu-ray. Black Adam on HBO Max. I really like this movie. Visually, in terms of shots, I thought it looked cool. It had good action, had good fighting scenes, and it was overall entertaining. Another that I plan to buy on 4K Blu-ray, not at the current pre-order price of $30, but if it goes on sale, absolutely. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on 4K Blu-ray. I recently posted a home theater movie review for this, so if you're interested, please take a look at that. It's a Wonderful Life on 4K Blu-ray. This is one of my wife's favorite movies. It was our first time watching it in the home theater. We both enjoyed the experience. Audio is in mono, and there is some inconsistency in the video quality, but it wasn't the biggest deal to us. The movie is just a classic, and we enjoyed it a lot. And then lastly, we just watched a bunch of football down here. It was a pretty good weekend of football, and got some time down here. We're huge football fans, big time Carolina Panther fans, even though they break our hearts every single year. But yeah, we are fans forever. And yeah, we got some time down here, watched some football, and really enjoyed it. Sports down here on this projector, on this screen, in this room, just great environment, a great experience. I have a DIY project that I plan to start in the next few days. I've run out of space on my movie shelf. So right now, the overflow for my 4K Blu-rays has landed on some open space in my AV rack. So my next project, which I plan to make into a video and post for those who are interested, is to create a second shelf. So that second shelf is going to be, it's probably going to be about the same size as the first shelf. I'm still debating. It's either going to be the exact same size as the first shelf, and I'll just kind of push those two together. And I think that probably makes more sense, because otherwise I'm going to make a shelf that's probably going to be twice as big, maybe a little bigger, but I won't have any use for the current shelf. So instead of wasting that shelf, I think it makes more sense just to do another shelf the same size and just kind of push those together. I have an idea of how it's going to look, and I think it'll look okay. So we'll see, but I'll definitely make a video for you guys and post that for those who are interested and are interested in doing some DIY stuff themselves. I'm no master woodsman, so but I know a little bit about a little bit, so and it's not that difficult to put together a shelf. So I'll put that out for those who are interested. So I've been giving thought recently to going acoustically transparent, building a false wall, and essentially moving my screen up. It'll be about roughly 3 feet closer than where it is right now. And yeah, going acoustically transparent, moving my front, left, right, and center speaker and subwoofer behind the screen, and going acoustically transparent. Now, subwoofer is going to stay, whatever I do, the subwoofer is pretty much going to stay where it is, just because I've done all the measurements and I know in this room that is the ideal place for it. So whatever I do, subwoofer is not going to move. But I'll have to figure out a way to build that wall so that the subwoofer can settle itself in there, and obviously I can put the LCRs behind in the proper position behind there. That's not going to be the biggest deal. I think that's going to be a pretty easy build. So the idea has been in my head probably for the last I would say 2 months. It's really just been in my head, and occasionally I'll come down here, look at the room, and just ask myself, is this really what I want? Does it make sense? Why am I doing it? I'm interested in seeing how it would look. I also, a few months ago, if you saw that video, I posted a video about blacking out or reducing reflections at the front of my home theater, because I was getting some light reflections off my speakers and my subwoofer off the top. Wasn't a big deal, wasn't super distracting, but it was something. So I used the black velvet, covered up the sub and the speakers, and it made a huge difference. It looks so good. It's black in the front. So I really liked that. But it got me thinking about just creating really just a black hole in the front. No reflections whatsoever. Putting all the speakers behind, getting a nice clean look. My only concern or my only hesitation is that I actually like seeing all of my speakers out. I like seeing all of my gear out. I'm like a kid. My toys are right there. I want to see it. I don't want stuff hidden. And I get that there's some people who do. I'm not that guy. I want to see my gear. But the way to remedy that, at least in my mind, is if I chose to go acoustically transparent, illuminating the area that the LCRs are in behind that false wall. So when the lights are dim, I could still see the speakers, and I would have a really nice effect in addition to that. And that would really solve my problem. I could still see my speakers. I could still enjoy them, still get a kick out of seeing them. But they're still behind the screen when the light's off. I can't see them anyway when the lights are off. So I think I believe that's a really good solution. So yeah, I think I may give it a shot. It's not, believe me, it's not close to being a reality. It's just a thought in my head. And certainly if I do it, I am going to record every step of the way, from the build of the wall to moving everything. You guys are going to see everything from start to finish. So I plan to do that. I'm going to have to move the room around for sure. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. If I move that screen roughly 3 feet forward, then I'm going to have to move everything back about 3 feet as well. So that's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to move my projector back because it's not, I'm already at the minimum throw distance. So it's about as close as I can get. So I'm going to have to move that back about 3 feet. I'm going to have to move all the seats back about 3 feet. And fortunately, the way I created this riser is it allows me to just pick it up and move it. And that, thank goodness I did that, because um, I'm a guy who likes options, and I knew that this was going to happen. I knew I was going to either not want the riser or I was going to move stuff around. So there's carpet underneath this riser, and all I have to do is pick it up and move it. That's going to be easier said than done because this riser is absolutely positively heavy. The big problem, however, is going to be the AV rack. That I've got I don't have a lot of room to move that because all my wires are coming out at a certain point. And I had the circuit that it's plugged into. It's on its own dedicated circuit, so it's not like I can move that rack around that much. So that would probably be the biggest problem because I'm pretty close to the riser's pretty close to rack right now. We'll figure that one out though, so more to come on that one. But yeah, everything else should be pretty good. Like I said, I have to move the projector back roughly 3 feet. All my seating I would move back about 3 feet. But the good thing is, in going acoustically transparent also, is I get a bigger screen. Right now I'm at 120 inches. I, the width of this room is about 12 feet, so it could probably accommodate about 100, I think probably 150 inches. Regardless, I do plan on going bigger. I would probably go at least 135, but 150, I think if I'm going to go big, then just go all in. And I think my projector, especially being new, having this new Sony 5000 ES with the extra lumens, I think it'll be plenty. And I'm gonna push it right to the minimum throw distance. So I'm maximizing the light output as much as I can. So we'll see. That'll be it for episode 2. Leave your comments or questions down in the comment section below. And if you will, a like would be very much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And thank you. Have a good day.